A sense of self encompasses a child's self-esteem, self-worth, identity, and self-concept. It is a combination of the way children or youth see themselves, their experiences, their environments, and how they feel about themselves.
Sense of self. To me, it's an important part of a person. It's really growing up and finding yourself, who you are, either that be your background, your likes, your dislikes, your talents. It can be a range of things, and that also can be something that's inward or something that's outward. My father played a really big role because he was such a large role model in my life when there was a lot who were in my life but not good role models. So he taught me to find who I was without being too influenced by all that negativity that was in my life. If you're not confident in yourself and who you are, you're going to make decisions based on things that you don't believe in, that don't make you happy. So I think it's a very important part of a child's upbringing to be secure in themselves.
Personally, for me, children, they pretty much get a sense of self from infants all the way up to adulthood, and you're trying to find yourself when you're older also. But personally for me, I am an identical twin, and I really experienced it firsthand. I had a great family, okay? But back in the day, they pretty much, twins were cute, and they were called the twins. I was called twins, so they're Hispanic culture. It was the cuatitas or cuatas, and that's in Spanish. It's in English. It's for twins. It was mostly called that instead of Darlene, or my twin sister's name's Eileen. And I remember from a very young age, we were being dressed all the time to the same things, identical. And at one point, we put our foot down. We want to be dressed separately. And I was always trying to find, as maybe a 6 or 7-year-old, trying to find my own stuff, not to be able to have to share all the time with my twin sister, which I love. She's my other half, But so for me, it hits home early for young children to have their identity, their self-identity, where they have pride in themselves. They have self-esteem where, I could do it, and they can accomplish anything. If you install that in the classroom and environment, in how you talk to children, how you treat them, and pretty much, take the time with each one of them as an individual.
To me, it was kind of to be honest with you, with a sense of self, kind of one of those things I've worked on pretty much all my life. And still to this day, I'm still working on. I was one of those kids that were kind of picked on for being, a military child, which is kind of surprising, but I guess the area I was in, not a lot of people were middle income, a little bit lower and all that stuff. And, I was considered a rich brat and so forth for being a military child. So I think, that self-esteem, it was just one of those things I just gradually worked on, noticing what traits of myself that other people liked, what traits of myself that I like, and realize, those that want to be a part of my life, they got to accept those traits that, I like. The fact that I like superheroes, they have good traits. So I just realized instead of bending to other people's needs, I realized I got to focus on myself, and the ones that like the traits that I like, those are the ones I associated with. There were other people that liked those superhero traits and superhero characters and all that stuff. So I think just as through the years, the different jobs I worked at, I've always tried to find those people that, whether it's not just superheroes, but it's just other traits that I focus on, like hard work, respect, trust. I, tend to follow those people and, tend to, learn those type of traits that I, like to incorporate in myself, so.
Just as your own experiences and early relationships with family members and peers have influenced the development of your self-concept, You will be responsible for creating positive experiences that assist school-age children in learning about themselves.